Just want to share these messages, which I channeled on February 1st, 2022, at 7:37 a.m. with Jesus and Saint Martin. So the way I just wrote, did a meditation prior, and connected. Here is the message. You know what is brave to you is fear for others. The point of this statement is, what we know to be true in our hearts is difficult to bring to the surface and share with the people we love the most. This reason is due to the ridicule and disbelief and denial of the truths which surround our Creator. Due to the strict conditioning to hold the power of seeking Creator without assistance of others. Many of the core beliefs surrounding religion are valid. However, over time, the context or texts have been taken out of context. Apply a one way of seeing the mystery of Creator, with only applying the human realities and views on the text. The text was supposed to be seen as metaphorically to allow the followers and readers to obtain an insight of what resonates with what their soul is calling them to receive. We need to bring God back into religion by opening our hearts to receive the wisdom to live a life which stands in love. This will allow man to embrace God on an individual, intimate relationship, creating a sacred union between them and God. We lost that individual sacred connection through the centuries of time. We thank you for receiving this message, sending love, strength in your hearts now. So that was from Jesus and Saint Martin. I would like to thank them for allowing me to receive and retrieve all this beautiful information and encouragement. Now we have some messages that Creator, Universe, however you want to phrase it, God, had asked me to do. And I was asked to be able to go into the Bible and pull out some text, which I was guided to bring up front and then compare or share the messages from Creator through my intuition. So we have 2 Peter, and this is the first chapter, verses 4 through 8, and then first chapter, verse 12, and then first chapter, verse 16. I will reiterate as I go along. So 2 Peter, first chapter, verse 4. And because of his glory and excellence, he has given us great and precious promises. These are the promises that enable you to share his divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires. That's what the verse says, and the message throughout that message is, through the examples of Jesus' willingness to not follow the herd, meaning people, he was the black sheep who walked the beaded road to his soul's truth. The intimate relationship between him and Creator. By Jesus' actions, he was putting himself first, not what man wanted him to be. He was able to escape the chains which confide us. Confide us to one truth, He achieved this by nurturing himself in nature. He was not taken over by the voices of others, but by the voices in his heart. So now we're stepping into 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 5. In view of all this, make every effort to respond to God's promises. Supplement your faith with generous provision of moral excellence, and moral excellence with knowledge. The message is, with this insight given to you, you should and could make the effort to bridge your outer being with the inner being, knowing you are a pillar of light, and your soul's truth, meaning your book, to Creator. This will not always align with another soul's truth, meaning book. We are all our own book. We are our own bridge, pillar of light. God's promise is the divine being in you, gifts outside of man's understandings. The generous provision, meaning the act or process of providing, to facilitate the resources of the divine promises in you and you only, by learning to share in a way that honors you and helps another see their own divinity, leaving out any judgments of yourself or the other. Let the mind of the human conditioning ego go. Instead, use the brainwaves of the heart to see another in all, their essence of their true self, looking behind the emotional walls. So now we're stepping into 2 Peter chapter 1, verses 6 through 8. This is verse 6. And knowledge with self-control, self-control with patience and endurance, endurance with godliness. The message is, do you see how the texts are the bridge to each other, reminding you everything which comes from Creator is a mirror or a reflection of ourselves. Remember, all things of creation all come from a place of love. And that love, a love that always leads back home to Creator's unconditional love. So now we're into verse 7. And godliness with brotherly affection, and brotherly affection with love for everyone. And then verse 8 states, the more you grow like this, the more productive and useful you will be in your knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. The message is, the more we embrace the divine gifts our soul knows to be true and share it with others, we'll lead to a more compassionate heart, seeing ourselves in the reflection of Jesus' light. Not making Jesus an idol, but knowing Jesus is us and lives in us. Now we're going to move to 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 12. Therefore, I will always remind you about these things, even though you already know them and are standing firm in the truth you have been taught. The message is, listen to your inner voice, which I am Creator lives. I remind you of your soul's truth. Guides you how to bring the light in you into the world where it is light, but so dark and distant from Creator. Time to be the teachers, leaders you feel calling out to you now. Now we're stepping into 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 16. For we were not making up clever stories when we told you about the powerful coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. We all see his majestic splendor with our own eyes and hearts. And this, I was told to allow you all to sit back and sit in that message. And if you want to drop a comment about what you received and how it reflects on your inner and personal journey, it is more than welcome. So I am sharing the messages which I received through tapping into my inner being, that I am present with Creator. I send you much love and strength. And on your journey, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are a divine gift. Okay? And you're here to light up this world. So keep on lighting it up in your unique and beautiful way. Sending much love and light.